Hello there, my dear friends. I am Father Efren Rivera, OP, and I am a professor of Sacred Scriptures at the University of Santo Tomas. I was born long ago under the American flag in 1937. Okay, our independence from the United States came from in 1946. Okay, so I lived quite some time under the American flag. Of course, in my younger days, I studied actually in the public schools, but then came the war. My parents are Attorney Juan F. Rivera. He was a lawyer and also an educator because he studied education, and in fact AB. He took AB before taking up law. And he wrote books. His greatest book is The Power Between the Power at the Bar and the Bench. My mother was a teacher at the biggest high school in Manila at that time, which was the Torres High School in Tondo. I have 5 siblings. In other words, 3 boys and 3 girls in the family. And well, I experienced the war because the war began, Second World War, because the war began in 1942. I was then, of course, just 5 years old. At that time, of course, I did not distinguish between religious priests and diocesan priests. I just wanted to become a priest. But that was because my teacher, Mother Theophan, taught me to love the priesthood. She had me memorize the poem, The Beautiful Hands of a Priest. And also that poem, keep them, I pray you, dearest Lord, keep them, for they are thine, thy priests who serve at your consecrated shrine. I did not know what was the difference between Capuchins, Dominicans, secular. I did not know that. I just wanted to be a priest, okay? And that was because I had a devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. I was very much impressed by the call of Jesus for reparation and for the 9 First Fridays. And all that came from my teacher. And when I was in the parish of Santa Teresita at Mayoni Street in Quezon City, there was a beautiful image of Our Lady of Lourdes. I fell in love with our Blessed Mother through that image of Our Lady of Lourdes. It's now in the National Shrine at Retiro Street. My itinerary as a Dominican began at the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in Intramuros. I finished my grade 6 there and the whole of my high school. And of course, I became a new Dominican priest, in particular Father Gregorio Raimundo and Father Augusto Antonio. Father Gregorio was the one who would lend us basketball so that we could play. And Father Augusto Antonio was teaching us social studies. Mind you, I learned the Tagalog script, the Baybayin script from Father Augusto Antonio. So when I wanted to enter the seminary, actually I just wanted to say goodbye to this priest. And they said, why don't you go to the Dominican seminary? And I said, Dominican seminary? I do not know any Dominican seminary. We have one in Hong Kong. They told me. I said, Hong Kong, how can I ever go to Hong Kong? We will help you, they said. So I applied. I spent 1 year studying Latin. Then I became a novice, professed, and did my philosophical studies at the house of St. Albert the Great in Hong Kong. Then that house was sold, you know. The Rosary Hill was sold, and the Filipinos were sent to Manila. So I studied in UST for 1 year, first year theology. After that, they sent me to Rome, and that is where I was ordained. I think up to now, I am the only Filipino diocesan or religious who has been ordained at the Basilica of St. John of Lateran. Okay, that was in the big yearly ordination of the Archdiocese of Rome. It was not the Pope who ordained me, it was the Cardinal Vicar of Rome who did that. And after ordination, I continued my studies because I was then only in third year theology. So I had to finish my licentiate in theology. Then I took my bachelor's degree in sacred scriptures. Okay, and then I was sent to the École Biblique in Jerusalem. I spent 2 years at the École Biblique. And then, well, I took my examinations in Rome and went back to the Philippines. They assigned me immediately at first to Santo Domingo, but I stayed there only 1 month. Then they assigned me to the University of Santo Tomas, and I have been at the University of Santo Tomas since then with some interruptions because I became Master of Novices, you know. That was in 71, 72. And then I became provincial also, and I had to stay at Santo Domingo. But otherwise, I've always been at the University of Santo Tomas, where I teach sacred scriptures. I have gone through all the books of sacred scriptures. But my real preparation was for the New Testament, especially St. Paul. Friends and colleagues associate me nowadays with Biblia Rasal. This is a word that I invented. I put together 4 Tagalog words, Biblia, Aral, Dasal, Asal, with a message, mag-aral ng Biblia upang magdasal at magbago ng asal. Study the Bible in order to pray and to have renewal. It all began when I learned about the seven steps of Bible study from the Missiological Institute of Lungko in South Africa. I got their brochure, brought it to the Philippines, and gave the bishops copies of it and asked them for feedback. And they told me, here in the Philippines, we need Bible study with a catechetical dimension. And then we need to focus on the use of the Bible in the liturgy. So I made those changes in the Biblia Rasal, focus the Bible study to the Sunday readings. And then, well, people invited me to conferences, seminars, and so on. And, now even the basic Christian communities have adopted Biblia Rasal for the Filipino people. Now, of course, there were many adaptations that had to be done. The latest is the Biblia Rasal in video. It came about because our brother at the University of Santo Tomas wanted me to give TV spots for the students, but that was aborted by the COVID pandemic. So, but it opened my eyes. Oh, we can have videos for the people. So I started to experiment. First of all, I had 5 episodes, no, covering first reading, second reading, as well as gospel reading with an introduction and a conclusion. But now, I limit it to just 2 episodes, focus on the gospel. First of all, a commentary on the gospel, and the second episode is a sharing and challenge to readers. Because, my dear friends, I suppose you remember that Biblia Rasal is not just for study. It is also for a change in life, no? So that we would be more faithful to the teaching of Christian life that we find in the Bible.